Lewis, Craig Lewis, the guy that owns Craig Lewis Photographer. Cameraman Craig, our new vlogger right here at Oso Radio.
Somebody that does video or may inspire me. Looking at a lot of other photographers and videographers on like Instagram and Facebook, seeing how they, continue to advance their craft and keep, getting better at what they do, that kind of inspires me to, keep going on with what I do. Because at first, photography wasn't what I wanted to do as I guess you could say a profession or a job. But, looking at other people's work and seeing how they just have a passion for it, I thought to myself, maybe that is something that I could possibly try to get into, and with me having a pass for it in high school, I know enough to get me by. So, it's just different local photographers, videographers that just kind of inspire me. Then I have certain fashion photographers and videographers that I also look up to and go to for notes to see what he do, how she does it, and see how I can kind of relate to that and kind of advance my skills as well.
Okay. Speaking of fashion, I think that's where I met you, a fashion show, correct?
Yes, Walk Fashion Show.
Okay. So tell me something about that. What did you do at Walk?
Well, for Walk, back in 2014, that was actually the first time I participated as a photographer. So it was all kind of relatively new to me. So getting into it, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to expect. So I took part in the first show. I think it was for the individual designers. And it was kind of all over the place. They had a designated area for the photographers. So once that show started, just like all the photographers just ran. So I'm just left there like the young photographer there, not knowing what to do. I kind of sweated a little bit. So I just did what everybody else was doing, went around. And when it came to that second show, it was a little bit normal for me. So then I was just doing me, got my angles, got my spot, got the lighting, make sure everything was right how I needed it to be. So then at the reception of the fashion show, met with other photographers, models, met with the host, the drummer, met with Jelly, met with a lot of people, handing out cards and telling them to follow me on Facebook, Instagram. And after that night, 3 o'clock in the morning, editing photos, trying to email them, I realized like that was it. Like that was that moment where I knew that photography was for me. And from there, I continued to make sure my main focus for photography at the moment, that is, was fashion.
Okay, all right. So I see that I saw actually on your Instagram page that you just did coverage at the Shades of You fashion show.
Yeah.
Tell me something about that. How was that?
It was, it was just another fashion show. It was a nice little experience. You got your young models, got your models in the 20s, and then you have your, mature models, and everybody had fun. It was at Burt's Warehouse Theater.
Okay.
A spot that I didn't even know existed until, Sunday, the day of the event.
Really?
Yeah. I knew of the Burt's, but the Burt's Theater.
Yeah, I've honestly never been to Burt's Theater either, so you schooling me on something.
Yeah, so when I actually went in there, it was like a lot better looking than when I imagined it to be, because like right there in there at Eastern Market, so I'm kind of thinking like it's gonna just be some abandoned building that they just like remodeled, but
right.
it really wasn't that. It was nice. You had people with the tables in there sitting. Then if you wanted to get something to drink, something to eat, you got the Burt Soul Food restaurant right there, and you had the waitresses and waiters coming out serving you. So the whole experience was nice. You had kind of the same.
Gosh, was this a commercial for Burt's? Like that was like the ultimate plug.
For videography, I'm just not really getting big with that.
Okay.
I feel like if I go to an event and take photos, it's only right if I do videos, because you're not going to have those other photographers that's going to do the videography. So let me just be the first one to kind of put myself out there for that.
Right.
So that's new to me. I do of course I do photo editing along with the, the photography. I actually do a little logo design, like the logo that you see right here on my hoodie. I actually designed this, and this is actually like my tag name, Cameraman Craig.
Okay.
So whatever, logos you may need or request, I can also do that. I do a little bit of designing for like business cards and flyers. So I'm just kind of trying to just expand my brand and just kind of experiment with things, seeing what all I can do, because the sky's the limit. I'm trying to do as much as I can.
Amen. Well, wrapping it up. How can people get in touch with you?
How can people get in touch with me?
Yep.
Well, of course, there's always the social media. You can always reach me at my website, which is www.craiglewis.detroit.com. Facebook, Craig F. Lewis Photography. You can reach me on both of my Instagram pages, my personal page, _ Cameraman Craig, and then my business account, which is Craig Lewis _ Photography LLC.
We're going to figure out some shortness stuff for you. Well, Craig, thank you for your time. Thank you for visiting and blessing us here at OSO Radio. Looking forward to doing some business with you in the future.
Thanks for having me.
For sure.